Well, as we continue to look at what was happening in the church at Corinth, today we get to the nature of their division. And it is something that still very much has the tendency to divide our modern churches in multiple ways. You see, the church at Corinth and the movement of Christianity as a whole was still very much a grassroots effort, with a few disciples and other church leaders doing most of the teaching. It had to be this way because so many of those who made up the church were still very new to Jesus and his teaching. They weren't able to lead anything just yet. And with a few prominent teachers, all with different personalities and teaching styles, it's natural that you would have one teacher who you relate to or enjoy more than others. We've all experienced this. The problem in this case was that the folks at Corinth would refuse to listen to anyone who wasn't their preferred teacher, even to the point that they didn't want to mix with anyone who didn't share their same preferred teacher. Now, in our current context, this can look as blatant as skipping a service when your preferred teacher isn't on stage, or coming in late to miss worship if you don't like the music, or just writing off a person's teaching because you don't like what they said or they don't look like you. And we can connect this more broadly to our worldview. If someone's personal politics don't match up with mine, I can refuse to listen to them. Or if a person in my congregation doesn't have the same viewpoints as me, I can just stop associating with them altogether. We can do this in church, yes, but also at work or school or the gym, basically anywhere we come into contact with people. Paul is telling the church at Corinth that this way of thinking is way off base. He reminds us that we are united under Jesus, the one who saved us, the one who died for us, the one who loves us in a way that we are trying to model ourselves after. Now, obviously, there are exceptions to this, such as when a teacher is straying from the gospel in their teaching, or when their personal life isn't reflective of Christ, even though that's the main qualification of a teacher in the church. But overall, we can take some time to consider where we might be picking teams within the church and push ourselves to learn from others whom God has placed in front of us with a message. We might just experience Him in a new way through this new perspective.